KWTN 100.9 FM, Nebraska. The official radio station of the Winnebago Tribe.
KWTN 100.9 FM. Welcome, everybody. This is DJ Guaranteed, Communications Officer. Well, my name's Garan, but nonetheless. And we also have in the house here today for Winnebago Talks. Go ahead and give your introduction, ladies.
Hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good day, everybody. Bethani Redhorn, Communications Office Manager, also known as DJ Bethani, your host for All Request Live.
All right, that's a good introduction. I like it. Okay, and then we also have from the W.I.N.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Tyler Snake, the Winnebago Indian News Office Circulation Manager.
Well, welcome to today's show. Just to give those folks that are going to be joining us here, we have a whole slew of information. We have a whole heap of good things to talk about. And what's the last word that we use?
We have a whole whopping amount of announcements.
And then we also have to get back to our what do they call it? The answer is trivia. I got some good ones today. So make sure we'll end the show with that. But here today we'll have the debut of the last Bare Moon Winter Celebration information. Where it is, when it is, the times, and then this year's spotlight and all this. So it's going to be, stay tuned for that.
Yes.
Then we'll have HCCDC talking about, as you know, tax time is around the corner, and a lot of people are going to be income tax time and everything
Taxed
too.
up.
So
I can't wait.
Stay tuned for that information. And then we'll have Angel Decora, this day in the history of the Winnebago tribe, and then we'll go with the answer is. What do you guys think?
Sounds like
good.
a plan, Stan.
Okay, so Winnebago in the news. What you got for us?
So for this week, I don't know if anybody's just driving around town and you notice all the new construction going on. I'm going to be talking about that. So up at the WPS, they got something going on up there. I'm not too certain. I've heard it's more like a behavioral health or like some sort of building like that.
Yeah. I remember they did the groundbreaking, and I think we were on scene for that. There's some pictures, and we sent Jordana, and then also we kind of did a report on that one too. But it's going to be kind of one of their things to do, and it looks exciting. The building's coming along great. I know that they're probably not really working as hard with the blizzard and the weather and everything, but leading to the blizzard, the weather was perfect, and there's a lot of construction that happened, and they were like really surprised that they didn't get shut down before that blizzard came by. You know what I mean? So pretty good. What else?
Also, when you're driving through town, the main road on the left side, they got St. Aug's old trailers or something.
Oh, okay.
So they're using those for the women's shelter.
Okay.
I think there's two. There's one like up the hill more.
Yeah, one is going to go for the education building, and then I think the other one's going to be a Ho Chunk Renaissance classroom, maybe. Cool. And they'll offer different classes and community classes and whatnot and stuff. But I seen they placed them. Yeah. Now they just need to make sure that. So that's a good update. Make sure everything's plugged in and get all the piping and you know what I mean, whatever it may be and stuff. So for sure.
Yeah, and then also I did it in last issue because I already had a picture, but Lil Priest's science building, they're doing their foundation and whatnot.
Okay.
Yeah. Then St. Aug's, obviously, they're still going with their updates, so yeah.
St. Aug's, Little Priest, and the new building at the Winnebago Public School, and then those renovated St. Augustine's trailers that they used while they were kind of building that temporary. I seen that they have really nice signage on the new building for St. Augustine's. I was kind of cruising by, and this is like lit up at night and stuff, and that's really nice. So have you had an opportunity to stop in there and see the new gym in St. Augustine's building?
I have not yet.
Wow, it's phenomenal. It is really good and stuff. So if you get an opportunity, make sure you go check it out and stuff. Waiting for the new basketball tournament to start in there.
Yeah.
No, I'm just playing. All right, so Winnebago in the News will be coming out with a new issue. You guys just debuted a new issue last Saturday. Blizzard and all. Shout out to the W.I.N. editor, Brian Chamberlain, and your staff and everybody. I know that coordinating and teleworking and everything had to happen in order to get that into the post office, but it's a really good issue.
Yeah.
And maybe we'll get Brian here. He debuted page 6. Hekewe, that is going to be in this issue. That's really cool. And it's the answer is, or no, wait.
No, it's my, can't even say it. Question of the issue.
Question of the issue.
Question.
Brought it back.
Yeah, question of the issues in there 2 times. We did one last issue just to bring it back. I forgot what the question was. Do you remember?
A resolution.
Yeah, yep.
How you guys doing on yours?
Doing pretty well. Thanks
thought-
for the weather.
I wanted to change mine after. I was like, I could have did something cool.
New year, new me.
Yeah, I was just like, New Year, same me.
All right, so make sure you check out the Winnebago in the News. If you don't get it in your post office, make sure you contact Tyler Snake,
Yes.
Tyler.Snake at Winnebago Tribe to get on the mailers list. You know what I mean?
Update
We'll
your
send you.
address or
Yeah.
anything. Yeah.
And then also, if you moved, make sure you update it with Tyler too, because we're still sending that to your old address. So all those people that are snagging and stuff like that, and you got kicked out, you know what I mean? Make sure you update your address. Nah, I'm just playing.
You're specific.
The doghouse. Hey. Okay. All right. Anything else, Tyler?
No. That's all I got. Oh, well, I don't know. I don't want to say it all right now, but we might have a new headliner for our next paper.
Okay.
So a new person, so just stay tuned for that.
Stay tuned. All right.
Awesome.
So she'll be back to when the answer is. Okay. Thank you for.
Do we get a hint?
Yeah. TV shows and last year's powwow.
I gotta go look up soprano facts. We're obsessed with that. All right.
25 years ago, Soprano debuted. I seen that information come out. Did you see that?
I seen that they've been doing some reruns of Sopranos.
Yeah, reruns of Sopranos 25
I
years
almost
ago.
was gonna tune in too, and I was like, I gotta start from the first episode though. It was like real deep into the show.
Man, it's a good show. Your life's gonna change after you know what I mean?
All right.
After you watch that one and
Check
stuff.
it out.
Do you have some announcements there as we call Melanie from HCI to come on up here?
Yeah, so we did have our top song last week. It came down to Jelly Roll. And so
Kind of been holding it down.
Lainey
huh?
Wilson, yep, it's called Save Me. It's a really good song. I mean, I don't really listen to country, but
Yeah.
it's a good one.
Okay.
But we'll have a new episode this week, and then sports show on Wednesday at 5.
Sports show on Wednesday at
DJ
5.
Q.
Okay. And then big hour tomorrow as well.
Tomorrow, yep. And then we do have the schedule that'll come out today, which is going to show the remaining portion of this month. But then we'll also have our February schedule lined up because we have some good shows coming for the month of February.
I like it. Pretty excited. All right. We like to welcome in a member of the Last Bare Moon Winter Celebration Powwow Committee. She also serves with HCI. And go ahead and give us your introduction. What's your actual title there?
Good morning, everybody. My name is Melanie Parker. I work at Ho Chunk Inc. as a senior project manager.
Senior project manager. Yep, that's right.
And I've been helping with serving on the Last Bare Moon Powwow Committee for the past, 4 years?
Yeah, so it's going to be the 4th year. We took a hiatus due to the pandemic.
Yeah,
Remember that?
yeah.
But you've been there since day one.
Yep.
And we are going to debut. We're going to have to do like a countdown or something like that. We're going to debut when it is, where it is, who it is, and what's going to... the Big Voice has a role in this year's winter celebration as
Yeah.
well. So Last Bare Moon. Melanie, are you ready? And I want to send a shout out to the other committee members too. Cassie Kitchion, Les Painter. I know that Tom Tisdale from the GM of Winnevegas, and shout out to the Winnebago Tribal Council for appointing the last committee to help out and stuff. You know what I mean? It looks to be a good one.
Yes, I'm excited.
Okay. All right. So we got to do like a 5, 4, 3, something like that. Let's see here. Let's see if I can get my. If
I was trying to like in my head count down backwards from 5 and Ho Chunk. I was like getting carried away.
You should.
I do that.
That would be.
It's a talent.
I was like to count backwards up from 5. I was like, hold on, let me see. How do we start from 1, 2?
That would be a good one, right?
I'll get it down pat one of these times.
All right, so we are going to announce the 2024 Last Bare Moon. We'll start with the host drums and the head staff. So, let's see here.
4, 3,
2.
1.
Okay. All right, so for those that are tuning in on YouTube and Facebook, here is the announcement of the 2024, and it is going to be our head staff. Host drums this year is a Halushka, Hujop, Grey Wolf, New Breed, and then invited drums for those folks that wonder. We have an update from that one. Last year, the champion was Sharpshooter. Sharpshooter was our champions, right?
Yes.
And one of the things that the committee decided is that they would be invited back to next year's celebration. So people are probably wondering why aren't they get invited and stuff. We reached out to them, and unfortunately, they're going to be up north at some other obligations and some other things and stuff. So the committee decided we needed a headliner. And we went and asked the Descendants from Newtown, North Dakota, and they accepted. And so we're very excited for them. I did some research on them. They took down Rocky Boy. They've been winning all over the place. And man, they got some really good sounds. It's like, it's smooth. You know what I mean? The drum group is really smooth and everything. So I'm very excited that they accepted our offer. And the invited drum for this year is the Descendants. Any comment there, Melanie?
I'm excited for us getting a headliner drum group, and what I didn't know was the Descendants from, I can't remember which drum group.
Mattery.
Yeah. So yeah, that was exciting for me to know or find out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to this year to being a part of this year's powwow.
For sure.
I'm also looking forward to working with Winnebago and having, I guess, different leadership, and right now it's working out really well, and I'm hoping that we can, find a groove that helps us make this celebration even more successful.
Yep.
And not only up front but behind the scenes.
For sure. It's just exploded and stuff. So we're going to continue on.
Yes.
And the next one is going to be the MC and arena director. We have announcing the arena director for this year is going to be Mr. Craig Tunney Cleveland Jr. from Winnebago, Nebraska. And your arena director for Last Bear Moon is Mr. Pete Snowball. So he has history, and through the years, some of the clan roles of the Ho-Chunk is that the Buffalo clan, which Craig is part of, is kind of responsible for communication and kind of getting the word out. And they used to call them like camp criers, the people that would go out and update people, and kind of still doing his clan role duties. Same for the arena director. Pete Snowball is of the Bear Clan, and traditionally a lot of times the Bear Clan kind of really take care of that arena and stuff too. So I'm very excited. When they accepted, they were very happy, and we're looking forward to working with them as a committee. And also, we just kind of, so for those folks that don't know how the powwow works, we kind of give an agenda to the arena director. He goes, and if he wants to cross off something, or if he wants to stop, or jump to something, it's up to him. And then he relays the message to the MC. So the director of the arena is a very important title. So thank you, Pete, for accepting. Continuing on, we got, everybody probably wants to know who the head dance judge and the head singing judge. So last year for Winnebago Powwow, they did one arena director, and they did a head dance judge and a head singing judge. So debuting that, we have Mrs. Amy Painter. She also went by Amy Bearskin from Winnebago, Nebraska. She's going to be our head dance judge. And I know a lot of dancers and stuff, they just ask that everything be equal and fair as possible and communicated. So the communication from the committee to the dancers is very important. And then our head singing judge is Mr. John Morris, a.k.a. Johnny Mo of Motown from Thurston, Nebraska. Called him, and he was also excited. And Motown won the first year, I know, and then they were invited back the second year. And I want to say they placed pretty good there, too.
Yeah, I think they did. I remember that they did.
And so we're very excited to work with them. Appreciate them to be working with the committee for the head dance judge and the head singing judge. Continuing on with some more announcements, we have the next graphic here is the head man dancer and the head lady dancer. Traditionally, we kind of had somebody do that, but for Winnebago Powwow, they lead a lot of those specialty dances. So we'll just leave it to the arena director to select the head dance judge and the head man dancer and the head lady dancer. For the kind of our role here, Bethany is going to be producing the live stream that's going to be on Big Voice Radio.
Yes.
We're going to debut live stream correspondence. You know what I mean? So you ever see like in the NFL and all this and that, you know, how the dancers feel. And we asked Allison, who was our WIN reporter this summer. She's actually going to school down in Haskell University.
Yes.
Called her up. She's very excited. We're going to try and do something kind of pay attention to those people that are going to be tuning in live. We had 3,000 people tune in last year.
Yes.
And what it was is we're working on some technical difficulties and stuff. You know what I mean? If you go back and watch the live stream, I noticed that I was just looking at it the other day. The audio would kind of speed up and slow down and kind of speed up and slow down. So it was kind of weird, you know what I mean? But the dancers kept in time.
That's hitting every beat.
They were.
No.
So, and then the Spotlight Special. It's one of the highlights that we have. Kind of tell them a little bit who we decided and who it's going to be this year.
So this year's Spotlight Special, we've decided to focus on the woodland, men's woodland, total prize $1,000, and then women's woodland scrub.
Last year was fancy shawl and men's traditional. And the first year we had it was whole chunk applique and men's fancy.
Yeah.
Then it was jingle and grass. So what the committee is kind of doing, if you notice, is that they're kind of rotating through the categories.
Yeah.
So up this year is woodland scrub and men's woodland, which I would say is a debut. And I know it's been there for hundreds of thousands of years, mid woodland. But in the powwow kind of category, it's becoming its own separate category.
Yeah.
So you'll notice that some of those dancers, they'll have no bustle. Sometimes they'll have a bustle, and the kind of the headgear that they wear. And they dance in a distinct style that is very unique, and we're very excited to debut that one here for Last Bear Moon. So that's going to be under the spotlights on Saturday right after Grand Entry.
Yeah, and I wanted to make sure that I understand as a committee that with women's woodland scrub, we weren't limiting it to ho-chunk applique.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. So, you know, there's other woodland tribes that, you know, Meskwaki, there's Menominee, there's Potawatomi, all this and that. And if you notice, like, I know Potawatomi there in Milwaukee has a huge celebration. I think they call it Hunting Moon. And, man, there was probably close to 200 dancers in that woodland scrub special and stuff, and it really looked nice. So invite you folks that are dancing in that category to come join us for that spotlight special, men's woodland and women's woodland scrub. Now let's get into the general poster.
Okay.
And we'll debut the prize money here. As you know, everything went up. Inflation and cost of travel and food and everything too. So with that in mind, Winnebago had the thought and feeling, as well as the committee, to kind of up the prize money. Before it was 4, 3, 2, 1 far as the prize money. If you get first place, you'd get $400. So we added more categories, and first place this year is $600 for a one-day powwow. It's pretty good.
Awesome.
So if you kind of zoom in there a little bit, we'll kind of make sure you circle the calendar for Saturday, February 24th at Winnebago. It's not here in Winnebago.
Salone, Iowa.
In Salone, Iowa, in the event center, aka the bingo hall. No. But the main thing that we want to do is, because we added categories, is that we're going to start at 12 p.m. All right, so make sure you share that message. Traditionally, a lot of powwows start at 1 p.m. This time, because we don't want to get out of there at 3 o'clock in the morning, we're going to try to start at 12 p.m. and 6 p.m. Okay, so singing contest, visiting drums only, 3,000, 2,000, and third place is 1,000. The person that wins, or the drum group that wins first place, will send an invitation. If you can make it, you'll be invited back to the next year. So good luck to all the singers that will be joining us. Men's Golden Age. Last year was just to combine all those categories. So if you danced in the Golden Age 55 and over, it was traditional, and you danced with your fellow grass dancers and your fellow fancy dancers. We're separating those categories for 2024. So Men's Golden Age is going to be men's traditional. It's going to be its own category. The grass dancer is going to be its own category, and the fancy feather dancers Continuing on, Women's Golden Age, Women's Traditional, Jingle, and Fancy Shawl. And then the adult categories, 18 to 54, we have 5 categories for the men's, and that's going to be Men's Northern Traditional, Grass, Fancy, Woodland, and Southern Straight. Now, for the adult categories, 18 to 54, Women's Traditional, Southern Traditional, Jingle, Fancy Shawl, and Woodland Scrub. Then the teen categories, it's going to be Teen Boys Traditional, Grass, Fancy, and Woodland, and Teen Girls Traditional, Jingle, Fancy Shawl, and Woodland Scrub. You see the prize amounts there. For teens, first place, the champion will take away $200 and $125 for second. Third place will be $75. Junior categories 6 to 12 will receive day pay, and then our Tiny Tots will receive day pay. So you'll see down there that we'll be streaming on this year. It used to be on the Winnebago Tribe's YouTube channel, but this year we're going to go and Big Voice is going to be helping sponsor that live stream. And last year you were in the house, so Bethany, kind of talk about that, where to subscribe so that they make sure they tune in, and what time that streaming is going to kind of kick off and everything like that.
Okay, so we'll be kicking the stream off about probably a half hour before the actual event itself starts to kind of talk about what's to come and give an overview of the day. And then we'll be live streaming on our Facebook and our YouTube channels, which is on Facebook, it's Winnebago, the dash Big Voice. On YouTube, it's KWTN, the Big Voice. And so we'll be live streaming on there, and then you can subscribe if you haven't already. We still have room for some friends on Facebook. So if you're not our friend on there, you can always add us and
follow us.
You back or follow. Yep.
Yeah,
or follow.
I seen yesterday we were like 500 followers.
Yeah.
It should be like 130,000. That's what we broadcast up to the city, right? If you scroll in there, there's general information there, and we'll read that off. It says here, general information, admission. How much does it cost?
Free.
Yeah, it is free. You don't have to pay anything like that. So usually when you go to a concert at Winnebago, you know, it's $35 or up to $75 for a ticket and stuff. But to watch the Spotlight special and enjoy the grand entries, plus the camaraderie with all your friends and enjoy championship singing and dancing, the cost is free. Winnebago arts and crafts vendors only due to limited space. Mel, if you want to talk about that a little bit.
Yeah. If anybody attended past events, you know, it gets pretty crowded in there.
It does.
And so, you know, just to make sure that we're giving spectators a good experience overall, you know, and that includes space. And at the same time offering, you know, opportunity to make purchases of any arts and crafts that people might be interested in. We are limiting our vendor space, and we are going to just limit it to arts and crafts. No food vendors, because we do have, you know, the places within the casino that provide the food, and no raffles. And that has to do with, I mean, we're not trying to be any kind of some kind of way and stuff, you know. We're always going to try to support small businesses and everything, but just due to space, you know, we can't open it up to all, you know, vendors and stuff. So only Winnebago tribal member arts and crafts vendors this year. And then I know that a lot of times the princesses and kind of like some of those basketball teams, they like to have fundraisers, and we wanted to support that, but due to like some of the rules and regulations, because that it is at a casino, the exchange of money, we don't want to get any fines, we don't want to get anybody in trouble and stuff like that. And it has to do with like a game of chance or something. We don't want to conflict with any other gaming regulations and jeopardize our casino in any kind of way.
So no raffles this year. And then no drugs or alcohol allowed in the event center. Not liable for accidents or stolen property. No pets. Winnebago reserves the right to change or modify the event. And then also, we want to make sure that we send a shout out to these guys, because we wouldn't be able to have this year's celebration if it wasn't for the Tribal Council, the Winnebago Tribe of Nebraska, Little Priest Tribal College, Ho-Chunk Incorporated, Angel Decor Museum, Ho-Chunk Renaissance, and our main sponsor is Winnebago Casino and Resort, which is owned and operated by the Winnebago Tribe of Nebraska. Been there for many, many years. I think they hit the 30 mark, right? 30 years plus at Winnebago. So thank you to all the staff everybody that's from the leadership all the way down to those people that are going to be helping, being ambassadors and letting people know where to change, where to get dressed, and change into the regalia and stuff. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Last Bare Moon Winter Celebration, Saturday, February 24th, 2024. Note that grand entry is going to be at 12 p.m. and 6 p.m. this year.
Point start at noon.
I do have some closing remarks before we move on from this. Back to the vendor information. Like it says on the poster, that arts and crafts vendors only, and that is very strict. We are not. Doesn't include. No other kind of vendors. No information booths. Nothing else. Just arts and craft vendors only. And for the registration, we are going to drop a online registration opportunity as soon as we can, and registration will open at 9 a.m. on that day.
Okay.
And I'm not quite sure. I think we're going to end it at right about grand entry time.
Yep. Sounds like a plan.
So everybody that's planning to come and contest, take advantage of the online registration, or be there and register on time.
It's about that time of year that we need, you know what I mean? We went through these blizzards. We kind of have cabin fever a little bit, and it's not that far away. February 24th, it's less than 2 months and stuff. So I am excited, man, because we get to see friends. We get to hear the dancing and the singing and just the visual of it. You know what I mean? You producing the stream and stuff, talk about that a little bit, Bethany, of what's your thoughts?
Yeah, I enjoy it back there. It's kind of like the eagle eye view a little bit. And I wanted to give a quick shout out, because whenever me and you originally were talking about this, I remember I was like, I remember I was up there by myself. I want to give a big shout out to, because someone reminded me that they were there. I want to give a shout out to Trisha and Mackie. Remember, they came out to help last year. So I was just like, how could I forget?
Right.
Mackie slapped me for forgetting. I'm just kidding. But it takes a lot of coordination. So I really want to give a shout out to them, my helpers. Couldn't do it without them.
Yeah. And especially with the spotlight. Can you roll some of that spotlight for that? I think it's on the Winnebago Tribes page. I don't know if it's on the Big Voice page and stuff like that, but I sent you the link. And just kind of like, man, last year was awesome. We did this. I mean, the crowd was into it, and the dancers put on a good show. It was amazing. And if you never witnessed the Spotlight special this year, make sure you take the chance to go out there and check it out. If you can't make it, we always try to think of our elders and those people that, you know what I mean, might not be able to make it, because we got relatives all over the place, the Four Directions and stuff, and shout out to the Oto, Missouri tribe, our relative sister tribe from the south. They had their winter encampment, and I've seen a lot of good pictures on their Facebook page, and it looked like it had a great turnout. They did a dedication to Boy Ladd, who usually helps us out with the Master of Ceremonies part, and it was really cool to see him dance and kind of get out there and still have it and everything. And me and him been texting and stuff and just talking about old times and stuff. So that's what this powwow is going to do, is give you a chance to see all those greasy faces and nah, I'm just playing.
You ain't lying.
But yeah, you could just see it was packed last year, and we had some spotlights going, and the crowd, like I said, got into it, and the dancers just went off. I mean, the fancy shawl, Jordana got a really great shot. I think it was the shot of the year of a fancy shawl that's like floating in the air under the spotlight. It was
one of the ladies that's showing right now. I believe it was the girl on the right.
Yeah. So shout out to our camera crew, our producer, and those that are going to be tuning in this year. Like I said, if you can't make it, make sure you check it on out. And we're still learning a lot of different things, but that kind of gives you like a heads up dual view, you know what I mean, of competition dancing. I kind of want to think about it, if you kind of keep the mindset of like figure skating, where they have commentators talking in the background, and they're kind of like, hey, here comes the fourth push-up or something like that. You know what I mean? Just, it needs to get there. I think it needs to get there, guys.
No, I agree. I mean, if it's going to be something like this, it's, I think it would be helpful for, to educate people that might not be aware of what's going on,
Definitely.
So I think one day it'll get there, Garan.
Yeah, and the men's traditional right there, man. See, like I said, the spotlights were on them. I did a spotlight special when I was a teen, Sisseton, South Dakota. You could not see. I mean, you cannot see at all. As a dancer and stuff, these guys were professionals, and they just jammed out and stuff like that. But to have the spotlights in your eyes, you don't know where you're going at all. And man, they just made the crowd erupt. I mean, I still get chills just thinking about it and stuff. So you're gonna have some good singing, good dancing. Make sure you come out and enjoy some good food. Shout out to the committee. And anything else?
No, I don't have anything right now.
Okay.
But yeah, hopefully everybody gets a chance to come out and check it out on February 24th.
February 24th. We'll see you guys out there. And registration opens at 9 a.m. And make sure you have your number if you're going to be participating. Even the Tiny Tots need a registration, right? Register?
I think so, just for head count.
Yeah. So helps us on out. Once again, sponsors, appreciate you guys. Looking forward to working with a lot of people on that one. So Last Bear Moon 2024 is going to be underway on February 24th.
Yes. Excited. I have a little quick story about it from last year. So we have to like tear down and everything afterwards and stuff. So like after I got home, I want to say it was like 2:30 in the morning, just because we have to, haul all that equipment and stuff. But anyways, I got home and I was texting Jordana about it. I could still hear like the drums in my ears, and like, yeah, we just had a big old like moment about it and stuff. She was like, that's because the drum's calling you back into the circle and that kind of stuff. But could still hear it,
Yeah, because you guys used to dance too.
Oh,
so
yeah.
for those people that are joining us online, we're not seeing double here. Come on up. We'll get you guys. But as we listen and invite the twin sister coming on up here, this is the Descendants in the background, guys. So, man, they sound
like
good.
it, yeah.
They sound good. Good. And you are on number 4. Go and give us your introduction.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Okay. Good morning, everybody. My name is Michelle Parker, twin sister to Melanie Parker, your other guest. And I work for Ho Chunk Community Development Corporation. I'm a community projects coordinator, and I have very helpful and important information for you guys today.
Yeah. Before we, do you have to get going, or can you join us for the segment?
Stay. I think I can stay.
Okay. All right. Cool. So I know that you work for HCI. And then just a little background for HCCDC. I used to work for HCCDC as well. She used to be my coworker, and it's Ho Chunk Community Development Corporation. And so where HCI is kind of the for-profit entity, HCCDC is the non-profit entity, and you guys are located at the Woodland Trails building on the upstairs portion.
Yes.
In the Ho Chunk Village.
Yes, and we recently changed our address like everybody has to do in Winnebago. We used to be 509 Ho Chunk Plaza North. Now we are 214 Ho Chunk Plaza North.
Oh, okay.
So it was same building, same location, just different building number.
And then kind of give us an overview of what HCCDC does, like just in general.
HCCDC, we're a community development nonprofit organization, and primarily our work encompasses 5, pillars of community development, which is education, housing, education, community, what is it? I'm terrible today.
No,
oh my gosh.
With the lights on and the cameras on, it's a little daunting and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It's housing. Quality of life education. I mentioned housing like 3 times, and then financial, commercial development, and then
you'll have to bring one of your coworkers over here, because we'll do like some trivia of HCCDC.
I'm just butchering the whole thing.
But I noticed you were at Joy Johnson's retirement, and you got up, and Joy was also. Shout out to Joy Johnson. She recently retired. They had a kind of a ceremony for her and food and everything. It was really good. But you said you worked for HCCDC for how many years?
20 years as of May 2023.
Awesome, that's what I'm talking about. I remember. Awesome. And you started kind of as the receptionist.
I started as a part-time receptionist for like 20 hours a week, and just worked my way up to full-time, and next thing you know, here I am doing my own projects.
Man, and they do a lot of good things. You know, that sculpture garden there, I remember when those were installed, and Woodland Trails there has since kind of shuttered their doors and stuff, but some of the businesses and the artists that we developed are still going, you know what I mean?
Just to give you perspective, I started when they broke ground on the Ho Chunk Village, before they even developed.
When it was a cornfield.
Yeah, I started in May 6, 2003, and in June, almost exactly a month later, they broke ground at the Ho Chunk Village, and it was just a field of dirt. And I was kind of wondering, I wonder what it's going to look like when it's done. It's almost done. There's a few pieces of land that are still needed to be developed, but for the most part, looks nice.
Definitely. Okay, so we're here to discuss the important topic of income tax time, and everybody's got a file and everything, and you guys really help out for those people that are kind of curious and everything like that. Go ahead.
Well, yeah, so every year we host what they call is a volunteer income tax assistance prep day, and every year we work with Creighton University business department students and some administration. They come to Winnebago and they basically prepare taxes for anybody in Thurston County for free. And
Wow.
the only there's a little bit of a, I guess, catch to it is the only thing, it's not rapid refund. It's not like the H&R Block or whatever, or other tax places that charge you money for an advance on your refund. That's basically what it is. And on top of that, they charge you a fee just to even file.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I think it's, to me, it's overpriced. But when you can do your taxes basically with these individuals or on your own if you choose to, they are well versed in tax law.
Mm-hmm.
So if they can't answer your question, there is somebody on staff, on site, that are able to answer any questions. They'll take individuals, married couples, any sole proprietorship companies. So like if I had a side gig and I sell arts and crafts at the farmer's market, as long as I don't have employees, they'll be able to help file taxes for those individuals as well.
Cool.
As long as it's a second source of income. What else? We normally have about 20 people a year, but I know that we're competing with a lot of the other things in the surrounding communities with all the other tax prep, but this is free. This goes directly to the IRS, and the only catch is you'll have to wait for your refund, but you'll get your full refund. And if you have any questions after your taxes are filed, they'll be able to still sustain communication after the February. Oh, I'm sorry. We're doing that February 3rd.
Okay.
Which is next
Circle
Saturday.
your calendar. Everybody, February 3rd is Saturday.
Saturday at the Woodland Trails, 214 Ho Chunk Plaza North. I have a rough time of 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Normally we do wrap up around 3:30, just because traffic is slow.
Yeah.
And weather permitting.
I know last year,
yeah,
you guys had to kind of postpone because of the weather.
It was actually a couple years ago. Last year we did pretty good.
Did you guys?
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, the years prior, a few years ago, we ended up having to move the date because they couldn't make it. One year we had to end early because we were expecting snow. And so that's one of the things. But I want to point out that the important information you must bring, obviously your tax documents, your W-2s, 1099s, anything associated with your health insurance forms that they send you, anything that you need to file your taxes, please bring them. Bank routing number for direct deposit. I recommend direct deposit because it's quicker. Otherwise, you have to wait longer for a check. And birth dates of yourself and or spouse and your dependents, if you have any. And married couples are filing jointly. Both must be there in person presently. Okay. I would like to mention that we're not doing actual appointments, but if you want to reserve time, just call me at 878-2192 and just let me know if you're coming in the morning or the afternoon. I'm not going to set a hardcore time like 9 a.m. you coming in and, we just want to get an idea of who's coming in the morning and the afternoon so we can have people ready for them. And, I have a flyer out. It'll probably be out on social media, but also I will send you a graphic just to kind of for the dates and everything and contact information. But I also wanted to point out that VITA, the Creighton University, they do online appointments every Saturday. I was looking at their flyer, and they do starting February 3rd, which is next Saturday, February 3rd, February 10th, the 17th, the 24th, and March 16th, which is basically the last day you can file.
So that was a question from one of our viewers here. Shout out. And appreciate everybody that's tuning in. If you do have a question, make sure you throw it up there in the chat on Facebook or on YouTube. But what was the question?
So it says, will there be a secondary date for the people who haven't received their W-2s yet and can't make the February 3rd date?
I'm working on that right now because this group will only be able to do February 3rd. I have another contact. It's the same kind of Vita tax prep, and it's through another organization. I have to circle in a date. Normally, I would say it would probably be either late February, early March before the deadline. So I'm going to look at what those are, and I probably will come back and announce that. So stay tuned.
Yes.
Yeah. So here's my personal story too. Is like they just do it. You can just do it online. You know what I mean, and just get your papers and everything. But those online sites charge a fee at the end.
Yes.
So
They do.
just kind of a FYI. This here will probably save you upwards on an average. What do you think? It's like probably $300 maybe.
I would say $300 if you were to go to like one of the businesses in up north or in the surrounding community. And I think online you save yourself about $100 to $130 for preparation. So basically you don't have to pay anything, and you're really helping the students out as well, because they're learning how to, one, customer service, but two, also helping with taxes and crunching that. Maybe they're getting a grade for it. Who knows? I'm not sure, but I think it's a win-win on both sides. You
Right.
file your taxes for free, and you're helping students, acquire experience.
And those
for
people that
filing
do
taxes.
get refunds, just know that I always see those memes and stuff. There will be signs when I get my refund. They come in a helicopter or something.
I've seen one. It was like people that use Uber, but they're using Uber X. It's a helicopter.
Yeah.
It's like,
The income tax hit, you know what I mean? But nonetheless,
Got some fresh kicks on.
yeah, there'll be signs.
Fresh beads on their mugs.
matching from head to toe.
New beaded earrings.
All right, so February 3rd.
Yes,
Okay.
February 3rd. I would say 9 to 4. Let's just say 9 to 4. A lot of people come in and they don't know, well, what time do you start? I'm just going to say 9 to 4. Even if we're going to start a little bit late, come anyway. So, and the way it worked in the years past, what they do is when people come in, they come to the round room, give basic contact demographic information, and then we use our whole building. So then they send them upstairs. We do have an elevator, just to put that out there. So if you think you have to climb stairs, you don't. Our elevator is working, and we'll have people kind of show you where to go for those people who need to use an elevator. And they go upstairs, and they kind of divide groups of students out at different desks, and they just sit down just like how you would be at any other entity filing taxes, answering questions, and they respect all privacy. You'll get your printouts and everything there. So.
Nice.
Everything will be done there, and I'm pretty sure they'll be able to give you some or contact me afterwards for, hey, I have questions on my taxes, blah blah blah, or maybe they forgot to file a W-2 or something. They can help with that as well.
Okay.
So,
Awesome. So the twins are here and really appreciate it and stuff. You know what I
It's the
mean?
first time.
We might have to do like a trivia and stuff. Yeah, it is the first time and
Yeah.
stuff. But I wanted to kind of turn attention in the subject here. I know that you announced the last Bare Moon, Melanie, but you guys have an event coming up here that is always good, and maybe I want you to kind of announce that to the good folks as well, and it's going to be taking place here.
yeah, I'm not involved in planning this, but I am aware of it.
Yeah.
I will probably be there helping. But Ho Chunk Inc. is coordinating a fan appreciation night on February 8th, and it'll be the Winnebago Indians versus Santee Warriors. We are doing tacos in a bag. We've done hot dogs in the past, but there was some suggestion to kind of switch it up a little bit.
Did you guys switch it up last year, or was
I
it?
think it was last year. Yeah,
The tacos in the bags.
Yeah.
And that hit a home run.
I believe so.
Cool.
Yeah, but Ho Chunk Inc.'s intention with that is to just connect with the community more, and not that we don't already. It's just be visible in something like this, where community members will be there and just engaging with them and giving them something to eat.
Yeah,
how
fan
natives
appreciation.
Like to eat. Oh yeah, and definitely just show how much we appreciate our fans for the Winnebago Indians, and we also invite the visiting team, families.
Santee,
and,
yeah.
Everybody gets a taco in a bag.
All right. Well, we'll have to send notification on up to the crew up there. You know what I mean? Waylon and the Santee boys. They're doing pretty good this year. You know what I mean? I think it's getting about that time where they're starting to think about a postseason run far as getting to the state tournament, our districts, and I think Lewis and Clark tournament's coming up just around the corner and everything too. So we're right in the middle of it. And I know we had some cancellations and some rescheduling of games and everything, and we do the home games here and stuff too. So February 8th is that a Tuesday or is that a Thursday? Thursday. Okay, February 8th. Make sure you join us. And unfortunately, if you tune into the live stream, we can't deliver tacos in a bag. But if you come in person, then you'll get yourself a taco in a bag. Definitely. Is that free or is that?
It's free.
Okay.
I would like to put in something for if you want to continue switching it up on the foods. Find somebody who makes some really good tamales.
Ooh.
Dang, say less. I'm telling you.
I'll write that down.
Yeah.
Throw in a suggestion box.
For real. That is cool, man. I've been craving. How'd you know? How'd you know?
Because I'm hungry.
That's pretty good. Anything else that you guys want to announce here?
Well, I just want to point out there's a lot of some of the work that I do with the community collaboration. I have a passion of bringing community entities together to better serve our children and families, and a lot of we have a great set of resources here for families, and it just kind of, for me, it's a little bit, I guess, confusing for me for some people that live here, because I don't live in the community, that doesn't know about another entity or organization that's providing really good programmings, activities, resources. So my goal is to bring communities and entities together, or community members and entities together, to just be more cohesive in serving the community. And I'm not trying to make everybody, sing Kumbaya by the campfire, but at least be, a healthy human being and be able to, find a way to help the next human being. Yeah. And, there's a lot of underlying work that needs to be done to even get to that point. But I appreciate my tribe, my fellow tribal members, our neighboring communities, and just the next human being that, you never know what anybody's going through, and just remember to try to make somebody smile, or even smile back at them when they smile at you.
There you go. I like it.
I love it.
Good words. Thank you. On that note, I think we'll let you guys get back to your important work and stuff. Thank you guys for taking time out of your daily lives to come on up here and inform our listeners.
Thank you. You know what? Ladies. I didn't even know she was going to be here.
I thought you made me stay because I thought she was going to ask us twin trivia or make us do some sort of twin experiment.
I'm up for one. We've done all of those.
That is awesome. I love it.
Thank you, Garan.
All right, thanks. Have a good day, guys.
Oh man, that's the Descendants in the background. Our invited drum for the powwow.
Excited for that. So then, to kind of follow up with the talk of the upcoming basketball games, I know that for one, they're looking on rescheduling. So was it 3 of them that got postponed in the time that the winter weather storm came and all that? So they had to reschedule the January 9th. Oh, I take that back. It was 2 games. But I don't know if there was an away game that got... Yeah, there was an away game that got postponed. So it was versus Tri-County. Then it was W.I.N on the 12th. That was an away game. And then the 16th versus Ponca. But they are set to have a game today at Bancroft Rosalie. And the next home game is going to be Thursday versus Hartington Newcastle. This Thursday.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. So you guys will be in action.
Yeah.
Make sure you tune in to the Winnebago Public School YouTube channel as the big voice and the commentating crew, as well as Bethany will be directing, and your camera operators and everything too.
Yes.
So I have to get to a game. You know what I mean? I just I enjoy those games, and I like to sit back and put it up on YouTube back at home, and you guys do an excellent job. So keep up the good work, everybody. Monik Joe, come on up. The Descendants. You're listening to the sounds of the Descendants, man. It's smooth. It is smooth. You know what I mean? But all right. So, I'd like to welcome in Ho-Chunk Renaissance Director.
Oh, Hainipi, Anachi Kadagi. Yo, so I come here. This is breaking news, hot off the press. I just kind of want to stop in here, maybe catch you guys while we have some listeners, some tribal members, community members that we recently, and I don't know where to show this up, maybe that camera.
Yeah, yep.
But those that are listening, our new tribal calendars have been provided here, and that are going to be hosted here at the Ho-Chunk Renaissance and the Angel Decorum Museum. So I believe is that Mr. Ben himself. So we just got these today. I wanted to make the announcements that we're going to be giving these out to community members, tribal members, and they're until supplies last. So this year's theme is historical sites. And Ben, why don't you come on up here and join me on this? And this year's is historical sites, and we worked in conjunction with Angel Dakota Museum, and they provided a lot of the content. And maybe you want to maybe explain on some of the sites that are in.
Sure, yeah. So it was actually Savannah's idea over at Ho Chunk Renaissance to change it up a little bit this year. And in previous years, we've done bios of people, a little bit of history about people's contributions. And she had the idea to actually use Ho Chunk history sites. And we decided early on that we wanted sites to be going back, hundreds, if not thousands of years, all the way to today. So some of those sites are near the Wisconsin-Iowa border, and then some of those sites are right here in Winnebago. And you might learn a thing or two about things that are pretty close by that maybe have a lot of surprising history. And I hope it really encourages people too to get out there, go on a Ho Chunk road trip around the Midwest and explore some Ho Chunk history in Iowa, Minnesota, Wisconsin, because there's a lot out there. There's a lot more than this. Yeah.
The Lone Tree made it. That's cool. I like it.
Yeah, the Lone Tree. So that, for example, too, is that some people, I've heard them call it like alligator tree because it apparently looked like an alligator or something.
It does too.
But anyways, that place right there specifically is a historical meeting spot, correct?
Yes, yeah.
With the Omaha people. So back when this place when we called home and things like that, that'll be a place that we met with the Omaha. Within the calendar as well, that one thing, and shout out to Savannah. I don't know if she's tuning in. She usually is a listener. So she is Savannah Berlin and Design. She's helped design this with Renaissance. And one of the things that she incorporated was the lunar calendar. So you'll see that our people followed the moons.
Cool.
And a lot of those moons have names. And you'll see those, and I'll kind of show this to the camera, but they start specific times of the year. So we are into first bare moon. And so first bare moon, and then kind of goes at a certain time depending on when the moon is full, and things like that. So it kind of demonstrates that also on the calendar, which is very unique. And so
Was that put in last year's as well?
Yes, that was in last year's as well. So furthermore, you'll see a lot of the language. So we have names for the moons, the names of the week, even the numbers are in the language. Also, you'll see a description of our tribal flag. And a lot of people wonder what that means, and so it gives a lot more definition when you see the flag there. So
the quality of this is really nice. You know what I mean? Like,
did I get one on my desk?
It is superb. Good job, everybody on that had a hand in this, and from researching the dates and the sites to putting it together. I know that takes a lot as a graphic designer myself. You know what I mean? It's a lot of work, guys. So good job. It looks very excellent.
So these will be available at Angel Dakota Museum and Ho Chunk Renaissance there while supplies last. I know last year we ran out pretty quick. So again, we're not accepting any payments. This is something that we're giving back to the community, the tribal members, in that way. So we know and understand a lot more of our history, a lot more of the dates and things like that, and the language and so forth. So, we have those available. So come on by,
Yeah. Good job. Thank you guys for joining us there. And that's Blue Saints here from Ho Chunk Renaissance. Doing a lot of good things over there at Ho Chunk Renaissance. And just kind of a FYI, your website is
HoChunkLanguage.com.
Make sure you check that on out, because I know that I seen it the other day. I was looking for a word, and there's lessons on there. There's information about staff. There's all kind of good things that are taking place and stuff. And I know that also you used to do like community language courses and everything, so be on the lookout for that. And then you guys also have a Facebook page that has a lot of followers. What's the handle on that one?
Yeah, we have the social media. There's all kinds of different avenues. But if you go to our website, you'll see a lot of those resources there, those social media platforms. Furthermore, we're getting ready to provide community classes again.
Mm-hmm.
So we're figuring out that we want to also not only target our children in the classrooms, but we also want to give time for our community members to learn.
Mm-hmm.
So we're getting ready for that in the spring. We'll making that announcement pretty soon here, and that's something we're getting ready for. So be on the lookout for that. And if you're interested in learning either online or we can learn in person. Myself, I like to do in person because it's more personal that way. But the pandemic kind of altered that. But now we're getting back on track to provide those opportunities again. So a little short-staffed and the resources there, but we're still at it and still trying to build and provide those opportunities. So shout out to my staff too.
Yeah.
So.
Thank you to the staff. And if you're looking for a new career, you have some positions open, right?
Yeah, we have a deputy director position open. We have 2 media positions open. So if you're interested in media, it's something that maybe if you even wanted to try, something that we're willing to work with you to help learn. Because if you think about it, everything is going with technology, everything's going with media, and just everything is going digital, you know, and stuff. So we're really trying to pack that and get more resources with media. So we have those 2 positions, and also we have a community outreach coordinator position. So cool. Some of them are posted, or some of them will be eventually posted here, probably by the end of the week. So
awesome. Yeah, that is very. And then you guys used to host a show here, so we'll have to get that series up and going. When you get back on your feet, far as I know that. Probably something that the media specialists will also pursue and stuff too. So thank you for that. Alrighty.
Awesome sauce.
Mr. Ben Crawford from Angel Decor Museum. How you doing?
Yeah, it's good to see you guys.
Yeah.
It's been a couple of wacky weeks with all the blizzards and weather that we've got. Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah, no kidding.
But I know that this snow will make good for snow snake, right?
Yeah, that'll help snowshoeing too. I don't know if you guys have seen on Facebook the public school immersion classroom. We've got them some snowshoes. They're able to get outside.
Would we do that down at the football field? As far as like, I seen you guys' video and stuff.
I don't know quite where they're going for. Oh, you're talking about snow snake.
Yeah.
You could do that. Yeah. We did it in the field behind the school previously. We haven't tried it this year yet.
You can do it?
We'll see. We'll see what the timing. I encourage everybody, try out snowshoeing. That's a really old Ho-Chunk hobby. And look up snow snake too. There's a couple videos online on how to do it too.
Sure.
But
this day in history.
So today, rather than talk about a specific event, I wanted to talk about something really important, a kind of more of a general topic. And it's really important to me. And I think it's really important to Ho-Chunk history and maybe all history too in the age of social media. You guys ready? And that is, how do you recognize conspiracy theories and misinformation, specifically about history?
That's easy.
Yeah. Well, let's think. Have you guys ever seen anything on Facebook that's like, okay, that's not real?
Let's see here. Conspiracy theories. There's one going around about the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
That it's already predetermined.
Specifically about history, though. Have you guys ever seen anything?
Last year's Super Bowl. No.
I've been seeing on my TikTok, there's like these like different, I don't even know, like they're claiming that they're their own like human race or but they're from like a different like galaxy, like that, and they're like they were here before Native Americans, so like they're the origin, like it's just something like that.
Yep.
But it's just like so far like over there that it's like,
where
are they even getting this information at? You know what I'm talking about? Like it's like something like with Anunnakis, and there's like another one I can't even think of the name. It starts with a C, but.
What about you, Garan?
No, I haven't heard about
Came
them
out of
or anything
nowhere
like
with
that.
mine.
Well, I have no shortage of it, probably because my phone probably hears me saying history and Googling history all the time. And so I get a ton of stuff like that. And I'm also friends with people here in the tribe on Facebook. And sometimes, you see stuff. So I just wanted to talk just a little bit about that. A lot of times why people might jump to a conspiracy theory is because it explains something that's complicated in a really easy way. It's just like, here it is, there you go. And so, for instance, I think, especially Native American history, we know a lot about Native American history. But as you go back thousands of years, it gets a little bit fuzzier. We know core things that have been around for a long, long time, and we can make assumptions about what the past is like. But for a lot of people, especially if they haven't really researched it thoroughly and carefully, it's really fuzzy, and it makes people really susceptible to saying like, oh, this is it. You know, other common conspiracy theories you guys might have heard about: the world is flat.
I was just gonna. It was in my mind.
really, really awful conspiracy theories like a school shooting. It's totally fake to take people's guns, and like people really believe this. Like January 6th, what is it now? 2 years ago, a lot of people were there, and a lot of people were conspiracy theorists there. So it's some of it stuff seems pretty ridiculous to us, but it can get people motivated, and we saw what happened. There's a lot of people who follow it. I've had somebody tell me to my face that I don't know if the Holocaust happened, and imagine that too. And when I was writing my notes for today, one of the things that jumped to mind is I talked to we've had him on the show, W.I.N. Stenstrom. He went through the Reformed Church shelter home here in Winnebago, and he was talking to a non-native guy about the things he went through, the things the tribes have gone through, and then the non-native guy said, oh, the government would never do anything like you. What's some story you just made up, right? So imagine that. Imagine somebody say smallpox wasn't real, or like boarding schools. No, reservation tribe was always there. That's just made up so that they can get their Indian money or something, right?
Yeah.
That's what jumped to mind too. Is people. It's not quite a conspiracy theory, but you hear a lot of non-native people saying, "Oh, they got all that Indian money just for being Indian, right?"
Yes, yeah.
And that's their explanation, because there's a really complicated history, a lot of really awful things that happened to the tribe. They don't got that education. All they see is the money, so they'll just insert their own little story, right? One conspiracy theory I've heard is that actually all Native Americans are African American, and I've also heard that about people in India. They're actually African American. And what I wonder that might stem from is African American people in the U.S., because of slavery and not necessarily having really clear roots to how they got here, they're seeking for that story and seeking to have a firmer connection to America, right? There's something that people are looking for that they don't have. And then they just kind of slap that on there, and then we got a little answer to our complicated story, and yeah, it doesn't go well. So if you hear people talking about the moon is made of cheese, or the Buffalo Clan, they're all alien people who came down in a spaceship, maybe question that. Usually if somebody puts a really bold claim on Facebook and it blows everything away, and it's not spelled really well, like maybe think a little bit about that.
Put your critical thinking cap on.
Yep, put your critical thinking cap on. I've also heard that when we see things like propaganda or misinformation, it can still affect us, even if we know it's wrong. It kind of sticks in our head a little bit. I'm gonna say this online, and I'm gonna stand by it and stuff like that, but I have to give the hide no seek champion to Bigfoot. That guy, you know what I mean? In my book, nobody's gonna make
champs out every time.
Every
time in my personal conspiracy theory book, man, that guy champs out every time for hide no seek. That's just me.
But yeah, so I just wanted to talk a little bit about that, and what I mean by that too. Again, it's not that bad things don't happen in the world, or that clearly I don't need to tell you guys that the U.S. government can get up to some shady stuff, but we shouldn't just throw out things with no evidence and just be like, yep, that's it. Like, and if you ever dare to say I'm wrong, it's like that's the worst thing in the world. And a lot of times people who really believe in conspiracy theories, they won't even talk to people who like refuse to believe in what they believe.
Yeah, like
once they got their mind made up,
yeah.
they're
Yeah,
just,
and it could break up families, and it has, because people are like, yeah, this is it. And the sad thing is that could really empower people in the wrong way. It's like, I know the truth and nobody else does, and I've got the truth, and anybody who's hating on me, like, yeah.
I just watched one on HBO. I think it was HBO. Something about this girl thought she was the new god, and she had to drink some kind of like silver, and it ended up shutting down her organs and everything. And then she was like, she talks to Robin Williams and all those people that passed away, and they said Robin Williams told me to tell you guys to follow me, and I was just like, whoa, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
She was in there. She had a good, congregate of followers. Yeah, at least 30 people that believed that she was the new female god and stuff, and just like, wow.
It's what I was trying to get at too is that was just an example of one, but one that I like see a lot of is with certain like natural disasters that happen. There was a lot of conspiracy theories around the one that happened down in Hawaii.
Oh, the fire,
because of the blue stuff that didn't melt, or I don't know, it's just weird stuff like that.
Oprah Winfrey or something like that.
And all the land,
or there's airplanes are shooting out chemicals as they fly. I have a pilot who's a friend who's a pilot, and can confirm that's not true. And sometimes you'll hear people say, "Oh, they'd have to rewrite the history books if this was proven right. That's why they want to suppress it." You might be getting some exciting comments too. Who knows? But
check on YouTube. I bet you.
I've heard that. They'll have to rewrite the history books. That's why the historians or the archaeologists, they want to suppress this. Buddy, they rewrite the history books pretty much every year. Like, it's a whole industry. And if somebody could really prove with good, carefully researched evidence that something is new, that would make their career. It's great. Like, people want to encourage that. But people just saying, like, I don't know, I'm a little skeptical. Like, that's healthy. Always look at that, especially if you see a post that all caps, it says, "Did you know the Ho-Chunks actually, they came over here from Hawaii and they canoed all the way here?" And yeah. So just, it's really important to have that critical mind, because again, you guys, if you got family, you're going to be teaching them, and you want to pass on nice, clean information.
Well, the pandemic is a prime example of where that came from. And Trump said, "Can't you just put Clorox in it or something like that?" And then
take that horse tranquilizer,
something like that. And then some of his followers did try that. Man, it's crazy.
And that doesn't mean that we know everything in the world, or that you shouldn't don't completely trust the government, right? I'm telling you now, like, governments are really complicated. They do shady stuff, but still, that doesn't mean you just throw out your critical thinking. Like, you need to carefully examine stuff, and if you want to keep tribal history going nice and clean and true, you need to be really careful with all that.
Definitely.
Drop the mic.
Man, making us think here today. Good job. Good subject there. I appreciate you bringing that up here. Now, are we ready for our next? We're going to kind of turn the tide here. You're going to help me out, Ben?
Sure, yeah.
We're going to get back into the answer is.
See you later, chat. Got to minimize my window.
There you go. I got some cool ones here today. Cool ones. I'm not even sure what the score is. Since January 1st, what's the score?
How about, because we're in a new year, we might as well just start with a clean slate.
I can go with that.
Clean slate. New year, new trivia.
Because I know we
Ben's
are on
like our umpire.
season 2, episode 31.
Okay.
So the score's in there somewhere, but we forget.
All right. Let's do it. Okay. The answer is question number 1. Here it is. Kourtney Kardashian recently had a new baby boy with drummer Travis Barker. What is the baby boy's name? It's all over the tabloids, the news, the Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, X, or whatever it's called.
The baby's name is Travis Jr.
Final answer?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Recently announced, and you know me, I'm a Super Bowl fanatic. I'm a Super Bowl guy, you know what I mean? But which country star is singing this year's Super Bowl national anthem? I do have multiple choice if you want it, but do you know?
I'll take that multiple choice.
Okay, all right. So, country superstar, is it Gretchen Wilson, Dolly Parton, Reba McEntire, or Carrie Underwood?
Dang. It's funny. I'm glad that I asked for multiple choice because I would have said someone totally different. I'm gonna go with Carrie Underwood.
Final answer?
Underwood. Yeah.
Carrie Underwood? Underwood. Okay. All right. Here's another Kardashian question. What is the occupation of the late Robert Kardashian Sr.?
His occupation?
Yeah.
Unemployed. No, I'm just kidding.
He's resting.
Yes, yeah, he's resting. He's taking a break.
He's on break.
Yep. Some PTO.
We better take that out.
I'm just kidding. He's an entrepreneur.
Okay, final answer?
Yes.
All right. Question number 4. Chiefs football tight end Travis Kelce had a great game against the Buffalo Bills last Sunday. And as you know, Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift, you know what I mean, are together and everything
Swifties.
too. Yeah, so who is Travis Kelce's brother who played for the Philadelphia Eagles? What is his name?
Mr. Kelce. I'm just kidding. His brother, so his name's Travis Kelce.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Travises these days. I'm gonna go with
Ravis. No.
Ravis.
Travis and Ravis. You'll never forget them.
Avis. I'm gonna go with.
He was all over the news too.
No. I didn't know, because if I knew, then I'd know his name. Tim Kelce.
Tim Kelce. That sounds like a good name.
Yeah, it is. Okay. Here's question number 5. We got to bring it back home. Last year, at the last Bear Moon Winter Celebration, which is just around the corner, what was the name of the drum group who won it last year? Brought home the title. Champed out.
Sharpshooter.
Sharpshooter?
Yeah.
Final answer?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. There we have it, ladies and gentlemen. The 5 of the best. How'd you do there, Ben?
Pretty awful, I think.
Pretty awful?
Yeah.
Crazy.
I don't think I would have done any better than her.
Do you watch football?
I don't really, if maybe if the Vikings are doing pretty well, I might, because I'm from Minnesota, but I'm not on a regular basis.
My brother's a Vikings fan.
I would say baseball is kind of more my sport, but even then, I don't really follow anything terribly close. But yeah,
I love going to a baseball game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, those are pretty awesome. All right, Miss Snake is in the house. So just to kind of give you a couple updates as you get mic'd up and put your headphones on, we decided that it's 0-0-0. So
We're starting
clean slate.
Clean slating it today.
Fresh start.
Good. I was tired of losing.
And so I know that you're a Kardashian fan. We got
Connoisseur.
Connoisseur. So you have a shot. Okay. All right. Question number 1. You ready?
Yeah.
How you feeling?
Pretty confident now
All
that
right.
you said that.
Okay. Here we go. So question number 1. Kourtney Kardashian recently had a new baby boy with drummer Travis Parker. What is the baby boy's name?
Damn it. Oh, can you say that on radio?
Yeah, sure.
I just seen this on Instagram a couple of days ago too. Man. Oh my god. Does everybody start out with the lifeline?
No, but she didn't use any.
Okay.
This music goes perfect with it.
I know, right? I don't know.
IDK.
Yeah.
All right, what would you say?
I said Travis Jr.
Travis Jr. The answer is Rocky.
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 It's not bad.
Interesting. Rocky Barker?
Barker.
Rocky Barker? Is that his name?
Bark.
That's an interesting name.
Interesting. Okay. All right. Just announced it is all over the tabloids, all over the headlines, in the news, on Facebook, everywhere that you could see it. Which country star is singing this year's Super Bowl's national anthem? I got multiple choice if you want it, or maybe you know it. Okay.
Multiple choice.
Here it is. Is it Gretchen Wilson, Dolly Parton, Reba McEntire, or Carrie Underwood?
I thought you were saying Gretchen Wieners. Dang. Can you run through those again?
Yep. Is it Gretchen, Dolly, Reba, or Carrie? Thinking about it, I know you had to come across.
I'm gonna say Carrie.
Carrie Underwood?
I kind of want to go with Dolly, but I'm gonna say Carrie Underwood. No, I'm gonna go with Dolly.
MCBKC, you know the answer?
I do not.
You do not? Okay, all right.
I know what it is now.
You
I
know what
looked
it
up.
is?
Yeah.
Is-
I looked it up.
Did you?
Is
Yeah.
Is it? Are we locked in? Are we locked in?
Yeah, we're locked in.
Is it Dolly?
No, it's not Dolly.
what I
Who is it?
Reba.
It is Reba.
I
Yep.
don't know
Yep.
two of those people.
Reba
I don't even
McIntyre.
know who Reba is.
All right, so the
She
score
must- I said Carrie,
is
too.
0-0.
0-0. Just like the new year.
Okay. Just like the year.
0-0 across the board scores. He said.
What is the occupation of the late Robert Kardashian Sr.?
He was a lawyer.
Final answer?
Wow.
Lock it in.
That was really quick.
Bethany said, what'd you say?
Oh shoot! I thought we were talking about what's his name, the son. No,
Senior.
little-
Robert.
Yeah, I thought we were talking about little
Not
Robert.
Rob.
That's why I said what I said.
He makes socks. Nah.
He makes socks. I just knew.
I said he's unemployed.
Oh, did you really?
Remember? At first I said
Oh,
unemployed.
because he did pass away. So, I mean.
Oh.
Can't have a job.
Yeah.
Technically, nah.
So when he
I
said
was laughing about that. What was
resting-
you laughing about that? So you said that? It was on two
when
different
he
points.
said, he said he's resting, I was like, dang. Don't show this to the Kardashians. No.
Yeah.
And, okay,
Aw.
so the answer is attorney.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he is an
Okay.
attorney. So,
Yeah.
ka-ding, 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 ka-ding.
Got this
Yeah,
one in the
Also
bag.
represented OJ.
yeah,
Oh,
he did.
yeah.
High
Ooh,
profile case.
I don't know if you want that on your resume.
Remember that. Yep. Got it. Okay. On the board, 1-0. So, she did get an answer right, just so you know.
Okay.
And this next one's pretty hard. Chiefs football tight end Travis Kelce had a great game against the Buffalo Bills. I think he scored 2 touchdowns. Who is Travis Kelce's brother who plays for the Philadelphia Eagles?
Is this multiple?
No, this is not multiple. But they show him every time because Travis is with, they show his mom. They do a lot of, I think, Campbell's commercials and the soup commercial, you know what I mean? And then
You guys remember that
they have a-
snowman? Whenever that snowman would melt for those Campbell's commercials?
Yeah.
The soup. Random.
And then they have a podcast together. He's since retired. He announced it. And then, if you watch the game, they kept showing him because he had his shirt off, like
didn't
in
watch
sub-zero degrees and stuff. You know what I mean?
Was he painted or did he just
No,
have his
he
shirt
is
off?
Just wanted to.
Yeah.
trying to show off his muscles in
Look
front
at me.
of Taylor Swift. You know what I mean?
He said, I'm making that kiss cam today.
How do I make this about me? Tom Brady? It's the only other footballer I know.
Said his. Yeah.
Final answer?
Final answer.
Lock it in.
Lock it in. Tom Brady is wrong.
Tom Brady Kelsey.
It's Jason. And you said Tim.
I said
I
Tim.
feel like
Yeah.
I knew who it was.
Kind of sounds like Tim.
Yeah, it's Jason Kelsey. He and brother Travis went heads up last year in the Super Bowl.
That's cool.
And Travis won. Yeah.
1-0.
Okay, so 1-0. MCBKC be getting ready here just in case. Might have a question. Last Bare Moon Powwow is just around the corner. We announced it today. What is the name of the drum group that won the singing competition last year?
I'm gonna go with. Dang, what's that one? New Breed? I'm
New Breed?
gonna say them.
Final answer?
Yeah.
Oh, that was a good guess. That was a good guess. They were one of our host drums, New Breed, from Winnebago, Nebraska. The answer is Sharpshooter.
Oh, it's a tie.
Sharpshooter,
We
yep.
got
So
a tie.
in steps in MCBKC. We have a tie for the very first one. It's coming into overtime, just like the Super Bowl that they predicted as a conspiracy theory, right?
Yes. Yeah.
All right, so we have our win editor and also our DJ for Midnight Love and Res Right MCBKC. You have a question that the first one to get it right
Okay.
will win today's
Scared.
anticipation.
I have butterflies.
We'll stick with, the football theme.
Okay.
So, of course, now you know that Travis Kelce, of course, Taylor Swift's boyfriend. And then now you know the name of his brother, Jason.
Mm-hmm.
Travis and Jason do a very well-known podcast every week where they talk about things with sports, things in their life, etc. What is the name of that podcast?
Man, this one's hard.
That is hard.
Yeah.
If you asked me, I wouldn't know. Ben, do you know?
No.
I'll give you a hint.
Okay.
It includes the name of the high school they both attended.
It's even harder. Go ahead, Bethany. She's on YouTube or Google.
Someone, I have the screen pulled up
Oh, did I
and
give
somebody
the answer?
commented. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Did you see it?
I seen it.
Okay.
Okay, we'll throw it out. But what's the answer?
Overtime.
No.
Let's go.
No.
No.
Oh, someone said overtime.
No. That's not correct.
Overtime
Saying
high.
overtime to us
Yeah,
getting
overtime high
tied.
school?
That sounds like a fun high school.
No. Overtime high school.
You're overtime.
So I don't know.
I'll give you guys another hint. The initials of the podcast, like I said, it includes their high school, but the initials are NH.
North High.
Is that your answer,
I guess so.
Bethany?
This music.
I'm gonna
See the
go.
names kind of swirling around her head.
I'm gonna go with.
Just hear the static.
No holds. I don't know.
No.
Remember, it's a school.
not-
It's
it's
a
not-
public
yeah.
school name.
It's called, the high school was called Heights, from Heights, Ohio, and then the podcast is called New Heights.
Nice.
So maybe a little bit too hard there. So
Yeah, now we know. Now
All
we
right.
know.
I
Head
got,
hurts now. No,
so I got another one then, and it's probably just gonna be blind random luck that you get it, but we're gonna stay with them, okay? So I want you both to look at your hands while we're thinking about the answer to this. Also in the podcast, and she became very well known because she had a lot of stuff to say to Taylor. What is the first name of Jason's wife? It's a name that should just roll off the tongue.
Look at your hands.
Yeah, look at your hands. Think about, and then I'll give you the. Do you know it?
No.
Okay, I'll give you. Her first initial starts with a K, and that matters.
Oh.
So what's her name?
Karen.
Karen?
Karen? What's your K guess?
Kelsey.
Kelsey.
Kylie.
Kylie.
Get that with the hands, dude.
Because makeup and Kylie and all that, she does all that stuff. So and then I said K. So I thought you'd be
It's like,
leading,
tell me something.
leading toward that. Okay, how about something more local then?
Okay, all right, let's do it.
In recent
Niche
years,
stuff.
in recent years, Western Iowa Tech began their athletic program. What is the mascot for
Oh.
Western Iowa Tech?
That's a good one.
Oh man.
So
That is a
Morningside
good
is the Mustangs.
Yeah.
Briarcliff are the Chargers. What is Western Iowa Tech's athletic mascot?
Western Iowa Tech.
a good one.
That is a good one.
You want them to blurt it out? Go with the winner?
We're still thinking.
The ma-
I still don't. I don't know that one either. You got me stumped.
So I'll give you the hint
Morningside's
here,
and
and it's going to
Mustangs.
come to you. So the first one to blurt it out will
Yeah.
be the winner.
Yeah,
Okay.
ready.
we're watching.
The mascot can also be named after a famous man named Haley. You also clean your bathtub with it.
Right. I don't
It's
think
the
the
name.
names are really
The
helpful.
name is also included as one of Santa's reindeer.
Just start lifting off reindeer. You'll get there eventually.
I don't even know all the reindeer either.
The fourth one
And
in
I'm
the
like,
song.
Rudolph.
When Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, it's the fourth name.
It was dun 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 dun.
No,
Prancer.
five. Sorry, fifth one. Sorry.
Prancer, Donner, Dixon.
Kelsey.
Kelsey.
Don't forget.
No, Donna Dixon was the wife of Dan Aykroyd. So no.
Haley. Is that what you said?
Haley,
Haley.
the mascot. Think of a mascot.
Does it have 4 legs?
It is not a creature.
Oh, okay, that matters.
That helps.
Haley, you clean your bathtub with it, and it's one of the
Comet.
Yes.
Oh, we got it! We got a winner.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
They're the
That was a hard
comments.
one.
That was a hard one. Good job, man. You got it.
Came up with that
Racking
on the
my
fly.
brain.
They're the
Arm and
comments, huh?
Hammer.
I did not know
Mr.
that.
Western Iowa Tech comments.
Cool. That's a good one. That is a good one.
Yep.
For sure.
I think their colors are green and yellow, I think. I think.
Mascot just rolls around in a big ball around.
Yes.
So Haley's comment, and then comment the. Okay,
Bathroom cleaner,
Everybody
and
probably screaming
Dasher,
at us.
Dancer, Prancer, Vixen.
That's right.
Comet and Cupid and Donner. Not
The
Nick.
pressure was on.
How'd you come up with it?
I was just like really trying to think of the names. And then cleaning products.
Because I had to clean my toilet. No.
Good job. That is awesome. That was a good win. That was a good tie there and stuff.
Yeah, good one. So
Good
hopefully.
question.
Shout outs.
I want to give a shout out to my brothers because we had a big situation at our house. I never dealt with like I don't know, like certain things that happen at home, but we had a gas leak and it wasn't just one, it was 3 of them. And so we had to get like our plumbing looked at and all that stuff, and we had to get like some space heaters and stuff like that. But just the fact of like that could be really like it could be fatal potentially or whatever. So just that we caught it and like everything was all good. So shout out to them for keeping us safe.
Yeah, there's a PSA that you put out on the Winnebago in the news about space heaters and stuff. Make sure that you turn them off if you're going to leave for work or go do some grocery shopping, whatever it may be and stuff. Don't leave those space heaters unattended.
Yeah.
Right. Very
Tip over.
Good shout out there. Ben, you got a shout out?
Shout out to Savannah, of course, for helping us and having the vision for the calendar this year. She actually drove to a lot of those sites to get the photos too. So thanks for going the distance.
Nice.
And also shout out to Justin. He retired, moved to a new position. He was the maintenance leader at Little Priest Tribal College. Thanks for the years of maintenance and security up at the museum.
Awesome.
I think he's going to be the Omaha Tribe's Wildlife and Parks Director. So
Yep. That sounds
congratulations.
like he's an outdoorsman, so that sounds like a good fit.
Tyler.
Just racking brain trying to think of someone. I'm gonna pick our printers.
Yeah.
You know, over the with all the weather like
Crazy.
last week.
Yep.
We called off, so I wasn't gonna come down, but they got to deliver our paper to the post office.
Good job.
That was pretty cool,
Yeah, no delays on that one. So
Yeah.
good. Good shout out. MCBKC.
Yeah, of course. I know. I apologize for being a little late to this. I wanted to come up and give you guys an update, of course, with the Winnebago Indian News. In this issue that is currently out right now, we have introduced and debuted page 6, which we are calling Hakewe. And that will be all about society and culture, quote unquote culture, we'll put it that way, of what happens here in the Winnebago community. We're going to have movie reviews, we're going to have food reviews, we're going to have all kinds of things related to kind of what does it mean to be a part of the Winnebago community in the sense of the modern sense. So look for that because Hakewe will be a part of every single issue from this point forward. And we'll also take contributing, I guess, documentaries, if you will, from people that I went here, I'd like to write what I put it on, or what I experienced. And then we also have a, what do you want to call it? A rating system that's called How's That? So there's from 0 to 5 How's, if that's what you want to call them. 0 being really bad, 5 being, oh my God, I can't get enough. And so everything will have that kind of rating in it. So like in this issue here, we reviewed a movie and it got 3.5 How's That's. And so we'll look for that. So I'm really excited about that. So the Winnebago Indian News is definitely going to have a lot more content. So everybody here in this room had a hand in that and made sure that it got out to the people on time, like Tyler just said. And then so always look for that. And then also the other 2 shows that I do, of course, Midnight Love will have a new episode this week. We just did episode 37, so episode 38 is going to be coming up. And then of course Res Ride every Thursdays, and I'm excited for that because we had to miss because of the weather last time as well. So,
yeah, the weathers are really through. Shout out to the roads crew.
Yeah, that was exactly my next. I was gonna say shout out to everybody that had a hand in keeping Winnebago mobile, because it seemed like the snow and ice and just wicked cold never ended. And so we're glad for everything and much appreciation for everything that you do. So
Yes.
Yeah, everybody has their opinion, you know what I mean? But it's better to be safe than sorry. I know that there's a lot of comments on the tribe's Facebook page of like, it's nice out and all this and that and stuff, you know what I mean? And we value opinions, you know what I mean? It helps and stuff, but at the same time, you know, I have some people that I know that, you know, chanced it and didn't make it home, you know what I mean? Because of the weather and stuff too. So just always think about that, you know what I mean? And especially our young relatives and stuff. I was outside. We got our car stuck in the driveway and stuff, and it was that day that it was minus 30 degrees. I mean, it wasn't snowing, but it was
freezing.
The wind chill was minus 30 degrees. Man,
brutal.
It was. I mean, seriously, it was crazy and stuff, you know what I mean? But yeah, shout out to the roads crew. Just real quick, shout out to everybody that's on the Last Bare Moon committee, from the tribal council to the administration over there at the Winnebago, and then the committee itself. They're doing a lot of hard work to bring you a good powwow celebration. And like I said, it's about time that we get back into powwows and kind of reunite and see old friends and make new friends for that day and stuff. So we invite you folks to circulate your calendar for that one. It's February 24th over at Winnebago, Iowa. So don't come here to Winnebago. It's over in Salone, Iowa. Yep, for sure.
I like that. That's the pronunciation too. Salone. It's not Sloan.
You folks have a good rest of your day.